I would like to present a few details that you might be interested in if you're thinking about signing up for this particular program. First of all, it's a program in global strategy. And second, we'd like to talk in the program about what does it mean to lead in a global context. In particular, we are thinking about what does it mean for a participant like you coming from India to be taking this program. Well, the first part of it is you will be in India for a part of this program. You will be with other executives from other parts of India doing the program together. And we will have three sets of things that we will talk about in India. The first is the macroeconomic context. What is India like from a macroeconomic perspective? What is India like from a global perspective? What are its strengths? What are the possibilities? Then we'll talk a little bit about strategy, the context of strategy in India, but also the context of strategy for a company coming out of India into a global world and competing in a global world. From there, we'll talk about values and how those values shape an Indian company, an Indian executive, and success of an Indian company, both within an Indian context and a global context. From there, we will transition out to the United States, where the second half of the program will be conducted. What's exciting about the second half of the program, which I'd like you to consider, is you'll be doing the program with other participants who come from other parts of the world. There's nothing like coming out of your home context to a different context to appreciate several things. First of all, why does your strategy work? Why does your strategy work in India? Why might your strategy work in a different location when you compete with a global company? What is it about your strategy in India that is universal? Or what is it about your strategy in India that is very context specific? I think that's very important for a top leader to understand. The second thing you'll understand a little better about the Indian context for yourself is the kind of assumptions you make about your companies. What makes it successful? What are the things that are the critical capabilities, the core capabilities that not only make you very Indian, but a value-added Indianness that will help you succeed globally. The third part that is most valuable is self-reflection, self-development. You learn something about yourself. And moving out to a different context, engaging with other executives in a very different context, and talking to them about their leadership styles, talking to them about your leadership styles. There's nothing more personal and nothing more valuable than being in that context and appreciating what is it that you bring as a leader to your organization, to your company, but most important of all, what do you bring to India itself? I think that's the promise of this particular program. And it couldn't be done by just doing these kinds of concepts and frameworks in India alone. It is the fact that you do it in India and come out and do it in a very, very different location with very different kinds of participants who've had very different life experiences that makes it exciting. Both, I hope it'll be exciting for you as a participant. It's certainly very exciting for me as a professor to teach in such a program.